Dude, this STNG too. Hmm. Wish we were in a better market. Twitter too. What the hell? This thing still looks really good. Hmm. Some of these oil names still look awesome. Dino, Oxy, right back. Morning. Well, market appears to be floating higher this morning. We'll see what sticks. the sounds of the city. No, there's not. There's definitely not too many setups. It's BTU though. Definitely recognized its strength early, just never really gave us an entry. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching these lithium names too. LTHM, SGML, right? Is that what that's called? Yeah, SGML. Thing's a monster. I'd like to see a setup, but CLFD. Yeah, CLFD looks great. It just needs a little time to set up now, right? It's right back up above everything. It's shown you the ability to make a massive move in the past. Now you just got to look for a little tight entry, right? It's hard to buy it, today. I mean, it's up straight from 90 to 104. Bounced right off the 100, but how do you know that the next pullback's not it? Like that, it'll just roll over and die. You have no idea. So you gotta wait for a nice little tight entry. Yep, CCRN's another one that looks great. Yeah, this thing looks amazing. Cup and handle setup. Nice little cup. It's got the handle going. Pretty much right over tops 30-50. My alert's already set. But all we can do is, scan. Really. I don't see a ton. VLO. Oh man, LNG probably gapped up even more. No? Oh god. Didn't. Surprising. VLO. A lot of these oil gas names are starting to shape up again too. Oxy, VLO. What's DVM look like? Dino was another one that I noticed. This one's kind of lagging Oxy right now, just a little bit, but Dino. Yeah, CCRN. Such a nice name. Canoe. This kinda is an insane fucking chart. One. But two, it kinda reminds me of this AKRO. Look at this. Kinda. Interesting. EVH. Hmm. I'll be right back, guys. 2 minutes. Yeah, some of these oil names look good. Um, no, that's not necessarily true. There's a lot of overhead supply in oil though, like oil the ETF maybe, but in something like Oxy, not really. It's down way less than 30% from all-time highs, 20%. Something like LNG, which is another oil and gas name, it's only down, 6% from all-time highs. Dino looks to be holding up pretty dang well. Dino, I mean, we almost can't even include the 58 highs, but Dino's only down, 5-6% from all-time highs. Some of these names don't have tons of overhead. No, I mean, it depends which names you're looking at, right? Like Dino's above everything. LNG's above everything. It just depends, right? Always remember, some are leaders, some are laggards, right? And as much as I'd like to think Oxy's a leader, LNG's the leader. Yeah, I understand like DVN and Oxy are for sure. But what I also like to remember too is is DVN in the past a leading stock, or is this a crappy stock? Really, it's a leading name, right? It's been known to make a massive move in the past, right? I don't think there's anything perfect about this kind of setup for me to buy, but yeah, Oxy too, right? Oxy's a leader. Oxy's a leader. It's been leading all year essentially. And one thing to remember too is leading stocks don't just roll over and die. They just consolidate, and that's really what this Oxy's done. It's in essence just been in like this. Kind of appears like it's just this fresh channel. Higher lows. I don't really know how to draw this upper trend line because this, uh, you know, I don't really see an upper trend line. Nothing clean anyway. iTub. Yeah, Interesting. Some of these Brazilian names. What was the ETF? EWZ. Here's your Brazilian ETF, EWZ. It's gapping up pretty big this morning too. Yeah, EWZ is the other one. I like that Warren's buying Oxy. Sooner rather than later, he'll probably own the whole thing. Yeah, I don't really exactly. I don't really see something clean in Oxy. Guys, don't do anything crazy at open. Be right back. Do I think? Yeah, SGML does look great. Do I think FSLR has had a tight day on Friday? Yeah, but it'd still be within a range. I'd really like to see it taken out 138s. And it's not like I still trust this market. So I don't know. I'm really indifferent about FSLR as much as I want to own it. Yep, INSW does look good. But just needs a touch more time. Bigger base. CALX is kind of wide and loose, but another strong one. Hasn't gone anywhere, no matter what the market's doing. PCTY, another one that I'm kind of eyeing. Good luck, guys. Good luck out there.
BGTTF, JAGX, 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 CTRN, Acorn, Real, 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 SCR, DBGI, DBGI, FNHC,
Yeah, that's one. That one and IRDM, because I had widened up my stop on IRDM just with smaller size, and then Snow never broke the low of the day.
FORZ,
Yeah, I had my alert basically set right at 68 and a half. So if I had to stop out, but no, I kind of got lucky.
NUWE, XOS,
Yeah, Snow and IRDM I'm still in. Double verify holdings I got taken out of, and I had another.
BWVN,
What's going on?
CVR, ATXI, ATXI,
But we'll see what this market ends up doing. BSM, yeah, they were like been on my radar for a little bit. Wow, they look nice. Hmm. I had my original alert set up here 1650. We'll see if that ever ends up getting taken out. But yeah, this is nice. Tried to fail, and tennis ball action right back up. 60-minute doesn't look terrible, but yeah, I had BSM all marked up. We'll see. 1650 is probably a little bit more of an area of interest for me. There you go, Lily.
Real, Rad,
Yeah, IRDM too, but it looks like I was just a day early. Never got stopped out because I've widened up my stop and I really got meaningless size, but we'll be
VRTY,
happy to own some
TLTA,
more if it continues to set up. at INSW. Gapped over Friday's high.
SOBR.
There goes BSM over 16. Oh, wow. What's going on, BSM? Oh, not quite.
Rad. SOBR.
Da, da, da. Da, na, 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 da, na. It's a lazy afternoon. It's Oxy.
AEHL. AEHL. Rely. 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 LILM. AEHL. 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 Rely. AEHL.
Yeah, I did. I checked BSM. 1650s is really the area
AEHL.
that's got my interest.
LILM. LILM.
This DV still looks really good too. Holding up well despite this crappy market.
LILM.
Some clean pivot again would be sweet. It really depends, man. There are times when my opening range high is the first 5 minute candlestick to make a high. Look at how nice this looks.
ATXI. ATXI.
Let's see what this really looks like.
LILM. ATXI.
Yeah, sometimes it's the first 1 hour candlestick to make a high for opening range highs. Sometimes it's the first 5 minute candlestick to make a high. Um, it really just depends. Sometimes it's over the previous day's high. The setups vary, honestly, from time to time. Like if you're catching an EP gap up, it's going to be, sometimes it's going to be, first 5 minute candle to make a high.
WWE. BGTTF. LILM. LYLT. LYLT.
Okay, we'll see. You know, I even hate having to do this too. Like I just got along a little bit of SARK,
LYLT.
but it's really more so as a hedge.
LYLT.
If my other positions begin to pull back, this SARK should go higher. It's a
RTGF.
nice little flag on the daily.
AEI.
We'll see. Oops.
BGTTF.
Just a hedge. If my positions start to drop, this SARK will go. If this SARC begins to drop, my positions will go.
LILN.
So, but nice little, flag. Everything's super tight. But yeah, SARC looks cool. I wish all setups look like that. Would be nice.
QUBT.
Snow might get taken out of. Who knows? IRDM looks just fine. That's nice.
ISR.
It's acting really well.
XOS.
CCJ looks good too.
SOS.
It's acting well. These
SOS.
uranium names outperformed the market last week.
SOBR. ISR.
I'm gonna look to add back to Lily too at some point. I don't know when, but sooner rather than later, I'm gonna look to add back to this position. I sold some 328 and between 328 and 331, half my position, and then I sold more on Friday when it broke below these two lows. Or
NCR.
no, I'm sorry, I sold some more on Thursday when it closed weak under its daily low. So yeah, I still have about a quarter position left, which is cool, but I would like to add back to this name. This thing I think can go to 400, and I think I just got taken out of snow. I did. That sucks. And we probably bounce here too. It's the worst part. Right off this trend line. Probably exactly right too. We probably bounce here. Yeah, Lily does look great. Lily does really look great. IRDM looks constructive as hell. CCJ starting to look better too. Couple of more, maybe like if this thing could just work its way up higher towards 29 and then tighten up here for like the rest of the week. CCJ could, it's got a nice little stage 2 breakout coming later, I believe. Still got my uranium thesis. Yeah, RYTM looks fucking great. Yes, it is. Okay, if RYTM, and you guys have probably heard me say it before, if RYTM closes like this, like if the daily looks like this, yeah, it'd be one of the first names I run to tomorrow. Yeah, if this thing closes like this, it's one of the first names you got to run to.
Legs.
You know, this would be a super low risk entry and trade.
Legs.
REGN, huh? Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, REGN just hit. I almost want to take 100 shares just to see if this thing begins to work. Maybe a couple more actually, but it's not an ugly chart. Again, these some of these like they have gone. AKRO was another one that we looked at that looked kind of similar. It's just REGN's a monster, right? It's a forever uptrender. It's one of those that's
ENSC.
been in a really nice uptrend for a long time. Yeah, RVNC. A lot of these guys that when they look this good, that's it's just the sign that the group is the best. I mean, when you think about solar, all I really see is FSLR and EMPH taking shape, right? Like that's it. EMPH is shaping up, but when you start to look at these some of these bio and pharmaceutical names, like we just saw Lilly and the others.
CGSI. Vita.
You took some BSM. Okay. Yeah, it's not an ugly chart. Yeah, I'm excited to see if EMPH will finish out this right hand side of its base. It's VXR or VRTX as well. It's got my attention. Okay, give it a shot. Nothing crazy. Okay. Here's another pharmaceutical name that just hit my alert. It's not ready at all. Hit an old alert, but just another example that pharmaceuticals are acting best, or right up there with the best. INS. I don't know, what does INSW do? I have no clue. This FSLR is looking good though, man. Finding support on the rising 20. Ship energy.
Vita.
PRX, another pharmaceutical name acting well. Pulled all the way back, getting right back up above the 10, 20, 50. Oh, wow, here we go. Yeah, CALX just, not really giving anywhere clean to get in. Yeah, CALX is just choppy, not clean. I look, the direction seems set, right? So if you're willing to just widen up your stop and size down a little bit, and then maybe add to it down the road, as it's giving you that confirmation. Same thing that I kind of did with IRDM. I got situated on Friday, probably not the right move. It didn't stop me out because I widened up my stop, right, all the way down to 43. Right, I was willing to, eat the $2.50, but my size is call it irrelevant, especially for this very first buy. If this thing starts to take out these tops again, I may want to add, and then maybe even later down the road if it starts to take out, the mid 47s. But yeah, I'm still in it because I widened up my stop and it's basically right back to my average, even though it pulled back. But the red I was looking at was pretty irrelevant. PCTY is another. We'll see. I mean, this thing's getting pretty dang constructive. Yeah, CYTK. That name's been super choppy. Cytokine or whatever. Cytokinetics. Yeah, I mean, choppy chop central. Same with this other one, XE. What is it? XENE? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. My piece just got filled on this thing. We'll see if this ends up going. Well, looks like I decided biotechs were for me today. Or pharmaceuticals, I guess. We'll see if they stick.
NICH.
Yeah, not a terrible look for VRTX Pharmaceuticals at all. Nice chart. Oh wow, RYTM, huh? I'll just pass for now. But nice looking chart. One that I'll just pass on for now, but definitely pretty.
GPOX. GPOX.
Yeah, it'll just be a pass for me for now. All I did was scoop tiny little pieces in REGN and VRTX and SARC. But SARC's a hedge, you know. If my positions go up, SARC will probably roll over. If my positions go down, SARC will go a little higher. Can't expect too much though. Not in this market. CCJ's acting well though. Hopefully, this stays true. Yeah, RYTM was nice, dude. Don't get FOMO. Just get the size you need, proper size, and understand it's a little bit faster. I don't trust this market as far as I can throw it, man. And traditional breakouts have not been working. So, take that for what it's worth. Seriously. That's why I've been really, thinking to maybe undercut rally setups or something else. I mean, it's been hard to get situated in shit with breakouts, man. Like even IRDM, I had to widen up my stop, you know, and size way down. Uh, I mean, it's this is a hard environment, guys. Lily was literally my best trade in a while, and I got lucky. And before that, it was Oxy. You know, it would have been CCJ too, another really great trade, but fucking held it like a total dumbass. But whatever. I did a great job of buying this undercut rally down here, and then I added to it a couple days after that. So I've got a nice average. It's working for now, but hell yeah, it's been really fucking hard to get situated out here. It's just the reality. Especially if you're a trend follower, breakout trader, etc. It's been really hard. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This MBIX also has my attention too. I like how it kind of went to go fail, and uh, and then instantly popped right back up. Just really nice tennis ball action, finishing out the right hand side of its base. I mean, just you know, you can't really ask for a whole lot more from a chart. Nice little about 4 weeks tight in a row. I mean, MBIX should be on the radar too. Plenty liquid trades. 800,000 shares or a million shares a day. Up at $100. I mean, plenty liquid. We'll see. REGN was nice. Hopefully this one sticks. Same with this guy. SBS. Whoa, wow. Holy shit. Thanks, baby. I did let them out to pee. Go, Bailey. Go outside, buddy. Yeah, gold looks fine. I mean, I wouldn't say that this is strong, right? I mean, it can be down the road, but it's not strong just yet. But it's acting a whole lot different, right? That's nice to see.
I won't mess with it honestly because I would rather swing trade something for weeks and months if it gives me the opportunity. And if something still has a bunch of overhead, it's just not gonna do it.
TKAT. Torm. TKAT.
Yeah,
TKAT.
yeah, yeah. Staying strong versus the last week of weakness. And guys, I've said this before. If you've been in this room, you've
TKAT.
heard me say it. Historically, gold
TKAT.
tends to bottom before our general markets. Historically, okay, this isn't like my opinion. It's a
TKAT.
historical fact. So, and obviously history changes every now and again, but I thought I'd just make mention of it because when something has a precedent or has a repeating pattern with time, it's something that you guys should know and study, especially if you're swing traders, especially if you're position traders, especially if you're a scalper in 5 minutes, doesn't fucking matter, right? But if you're a swing and position trader, it's nice to know these things.
VHNGF.
Very nice. Well, I may have made the right decision grabbing both REGN and VRTX today. Only time will tell, but these felt right.
BGTTF.
So
BGTTF.
a nice looking chart, honestly. Would almost love to see Sark not work. Market's definitely popping today. It's nice to see. IRDM finally.
UPTE.
Hmm. Let's take a peek. God, it's so thin, man. Oh shit. It's almost uncomfortable being in this one with the size I do have. But we'll see.
BGTTF.
I just ended up doubling my little position on IRDM. Just added 1,000 shares and using the stop at low a day instead. I'm expecting it not to break down if momentum's carrying it higher right now, but we'll see. Not an ugly looking chart, especially if our market pushes higher. It's actually really pretty. What kind of scan do I have in trade ideas? It's the names you hear are a bunch of small cap names because it's really what's moving quickly. Um, but then I also have built a large cap scanner on there so I can just see what's gapping up in the morning. I don't really care about it too much because I most of my uh, scans are built here on TD Ameritrade, which is where most of where my focus is. So, but it's nice background noise. I'm used to it. It's a lazy afternoon. VRTX, that's what I'm talking about, baby. REGN, I, I don't think this setup was perfect, and my alert probably should have been over Friday's high, but I did size down on it. I don't like how much, how many points my stop had to be, but still, nice chart. What do I think of ASLE? I don't see a setup. You know what it looks like? It's below all moving averages. This looks like a bear flag. You know, if I looked at this like this, check this out. If I did that, it's still underneath moving average, but if I remove the 100 and the 200, this would look like a really nice bull flag. Higher lows, lower highs, super tight day, and I would literally say if this broke over yesterday's or today's high, I'd look to go long. So it looks like just a bull flag. Or should I say a bull flag when it's flipped around and a bear flag when it's the way it's supposed to be. I'd rather it show some more strength and then go sideways. But because the latest move was down and then sideways, you know, momentum can continue in the exact same direction. Down, sideways, down. You know, I'd rather see up, sideways for some more up. No, no options, man. Just commons. Just commons. You know, it's not too difficult to just buy, you know, my shares. It's liquid enough for me. I mean, you know, it's already traded 180,000 shares, and you know, I'm taking less than 1,000 shares in this name. So I'm not making a big impact. You know, even if I bought and sold what I had, you know, it'd be 1,600 total shares, and you know, it's already traded. You call it 200,000 shares, damn near. I've got like no effect in this thing. Yeah, yeah. When the trend is triggered, it will most likely stay in that direction. Great way to look at it. You know, and that's another thing you guys might hear me mention on Twitter. You know, when trend is down and news comes out, it almost makes no sense that it like if a trend is down like Apple was, and then it released news about what their iPhone sales something, and it wasn't too good, or like Lilly, trend is up, and then you know they've got some positive news about Alzheimer's data, right? It's like don't be surprised when the news that hits is in favor of the trend. It just always seems to be how it works. It's just about the way it works, guys. Seems like to be the facts of life. All right. I don't really see a ton more to do other than just manage what I have. I you know I took 3 new positions today, so I don't really see shit else to do. I got 6 names open. That's more than plenty in this market. A market's on you know, market's on what would I say, probation. It's in the prove to me state. You know, it's got to prove to me that it wants to go higher before I start putting more money to work. I'd still like to own solar names. I don't own not one solar name, which is a shame.
STVX.
We'll see how FSLR takes shape. This DV, this EMPH, this PCTY. I've got interest in a handful of names. This Oxy I'd like to see shape up a little bit better.
FRTG.
I'd like to see LNG tighten up. This thing has just been absolutely ridiculous. Won't even slow down. And BIX, a couple days of sideways this week would be nice. I mean, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on in this market. Honestly, there's more names than people think. This is ugly though. This thing. But we'll see. Yeah, CCRNs. I got an alert set. I can't do anything without it until that alert hits. Can't do any guessing as to when it'll go.
CSCW.
But this does look nice.
CSCW.
Yes, sir, it does. It was nice right out of this tight day. 'Cause this was such a tight day, and if it broke up, back up above the 1020, but
CSCW.
that has not closed below that 20 at all. We'll see, but I'll just wait. I'll just wait a little bit more for those 30 and a halves to take off. This thing's got essentially zero overhead. It's down 3% from highs. There's nothing but absolutely happy investors in this thing. So it's probably going higher. If these biopharmaceutical healthcare names, like if the sector and the industries are correct that we're picking up here, they probably go higher. WWE. Can you guys smell what this stock's cooking? It smells like all-time highs is what it's cooking.
PCSV.
I guess people are watching a lot of WWE on TV, huh? Which one? Oh man, what the fuck is this? Viasat. Hmm. Wow. Well, that's interesting. I have news? Probably. $2 billion deal to link 16 TDL businesses to reduce debt. Don't even know what that means. A hell of a move, though. Quartz, another one. This therapeutics name. Yeah, suave tennis ball. Yeah, now we just need to see if it'll tighten up. Yeah, Suave came right right back. And look at the 10, 20, 50. I mean, they're pretty dang tight. Could very well be a future leader. Same with this Wolf. You know, they just need some time. I don't know. This is acting way better than any other semiconductor name, that's for damn sure. Yeah. Very little to no overhead. That's exactly what we want. Well, some of these are acting well. It's still early though. Got a lot of time today. I don't like that Sark looks this good still. Personally, I would have loved to have been stopped out of it already.
MSSV. Fjord.
Yeah, VRTX acting well this morning. Thank you, baby.
TKAT. TKAT. ABCT.
One of the like a
TKAT.
blueberry and cream or some shit. The blueberries. Ah, Some of these oil and gas names are acting awesome.
MUMD.
Oh. Yeah, MNTK was another one that came across my screen not too long ago. Yeah, MNTK is starting to really look better too. You know, higher lows seems to be holding the 50. You know, put in a nice tight day on Friday, breaking back over that today. Yeah, MNTK is not bad. And again, it's in one of the stronger sectors. There's renewables and oil gas names. It's fucking LNG, man.
BLT. BLT. BGTTF.
Odd. Sark's going up, and my positions are going up. Not really what I was expecting, but this is just the opposite of what I was expecting to happen. But all right, I guess.
KTRA. 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 FRTG.
It's a lazy afternoon. Yeah, guys, I don't really see much shit else to do for myself. I got myself situated in the handful of names that I had some interest in, and I really don't know what the hell else I got to do here. I guess this is the beauty of swinging sometimes. It's crazy. I wish I had bought Oxy, and I said it a handful of days ago on this undercut rally. Boy, what a fuck up, huh? What an absolute fuck up. Mm. Hurts to see, but whatever.
VRTX.
Yeah, INSW, TNK, STNG. These are still looking and acting pretty dang well. I mean, I think it's a bit extended. If it can build out a fresh new base for another couple weeks, I'm there. But yeah, for now, I don't really know what else I should be doing here. Not a whole lot. Yeah, REGN and VRTX are acting as good as a breakout could be acting, especially in this market, guys. Breakouts have not been working. I mean, undercut rallies have been working much better. Just looking at what Oxy's done and looking at how I got myself into CCJ, these undercut rallies have been way better. I got myself into IRDM kind of traditionally, but SARC, same deal. But yeah, I mean, I guess these two breakouts are working. And hopefully over the next couple weeks, the market just proves itself that that breakouts are working. But you have to be focused on the right sector. If you think that they're gonna work or you want them to work, you'd have to be focused on the right sector. It looks like these pharmaceutical, biotech, healthcare, you know, pharmaceutical especially looks incredible. You know, LLY recently, REGN, VRTX, I mean RYTM, I don't CCRN pharmaceutical as well, healthcare. Yeah, some of these names, guys. I mean, they just look and are acting the absolute best. You know, let's use our two eyeballs and our two ears and say, hey, you know what? I'm just CPRX, another pharmaceutical. Look at the massive move it's made. Pullback, starting to get right back up above moving averages. You know, just look, NBIX, another biosciences name. RxDX, another one hanging out right at the top, biosciences name. We're gonna use our two eyeballs and ears and just it come together and say, hey, you know what? The most amount of names on my scan, look what AKRO did the other day. Look at how CHNO looks. We're not gonna overthink it. Look at what Suave's doing. By far, this healthcare, pharmaceutical, biotech, healthcare is the strongest sector. Is it the fun? Is it the fun one to own? No. Is it the sexy one to own? Nope. But if this is what the institutions want, this is also what I want too. If these are the names that they want to take higher, these are the names I want to be in. So it's just a matter of figuring out what your leaders are. REGN's no slouch. REGN is no slouch. Look at the monthly on this thing. All right, this thing has made a massive move in its lifetime. So, yeah, I'll just pass on RYTM personally, myself. I already opened up 3 new positions, man. I need to practice progressive exposure. Because look, if VRTX and REGN fail, then you better believe that RYTM will as well. So, or more than likely, right? More than likely. So that's one of the things that I think about. I don't need to keep just rushing to open up my whole portfolio and exposure in one day. I don't mind doing it over the course of a couple weeks or 10 days, 5 days, and then when the market really truly gives a follow through day, which it hasn't. I mean, today's one up day, but until it gives a follow through day, then I'll probably go full idiot. I'll open up everything. Yeah, I mean, dude, they could just be bouncing for one day. I mean, how do we know that what today's doing isn't just this, only to them just reject and go lower? I mean, that's why I avoid shit like this. It's not ready. It needs to get above moving averages first. At least the 10 and the 20. But, that'll help our market bounce. How do I differentiate between the biotechs, good ones, and the bad ones? For last year, there's always been 100 biotechs for my scans. Well, how do you differentiate them? Look at their fundamentals, right? Do they have earnings growth, sales? Are they well up above all moving averages? Is it institutionally held? Is it some A+ institutions? I mean, that's what you got to try and figure out. MarketSmith gives you all that. And it's not that things can't get better. So, looking at like I said, their fundamentals is important. Do they have enough cash on hand so they don't have to dilute? All those things you can learn. Is it above all moving averages? And more importantly, does it give you a tight entry? And then another one, like, if it's like the 5th or 6th or 10th biotech that you've seen that's like finally going, it could be a laggard, right? You want to be in one of the very first ones to take off, and that's why it's important you study the setup, because some act better than others. Like, some stocks take off before others. Some stocks end up making bigger moves than others. Like, EMPH is great, but FSLR has been the leader. So, do I want to buy, ARRY, or do I want to buy FSLR? Well, if solar is going to go on to work, I want to buy the leader. That's essentially the point. So, learning to identify which is the strongest in the group is nice. Understanding if it's made a big move in the past. REGN fits that bill. It's a little bit slower, but I'm not too concerned about any of that shit right now. I'm concerned about my position sizing and, letting winners work. If you size properly in this shit, it's going to take away so much of your stress. Yeah, VRTX looks righteous. I don't know that many charts get nicer than this. Honestly, I wish they all looked like that before they took off. I feel like the CCJ is going to be a bumpy ride, but definitely one I'm going to hang out with for a while, hopefully. Like I said, I fucked up this first trade, and I watched too much of it pull back, and then I ended up stopping myself out only to rebuy it, but we'll see. It was the most outperforming sector last week, uranium, in a ugly down market. But fucker. just exactly where I bought a double verify on Friday, and I ended up taking a stop out on it. I've had such meaningless size on Friday, so it really didn't matter. And the market's finally pressing higher today, but it could just literally be a replay of what we just had on Friday. So I don't know. Getting stopped out of this thing twice would be real freaking annoying. And it's thin. Yeah, BJ looked fine. BJ finding support on the rising 50, that's nice, but where do you buy, right? That's the next question. North. I won't buy Oxy tomorrow either. It's up like 4 days in a row, and I don't see a setup. How can you buy this? I mean, I was looking at it down here for an undercut rally setup at 58. And BJ, same deal. All it's doing is finding support on the rising 50, but where's your tight entry? Or where is the painfully obvious level that it has to get over in order for it to continue its uptrend? It's you just ask yourself that. Like, what's the key level? Where's the previous pivot? What's the area where there's some supply? And really, when you look at the smaller time frame, this is some supply right here. Right? Like on the daily, it's got to at least clear this. But I would like to see it what? Right? Get up to that level, tighten up, and then break out. Yeah, Oxy's got Uncle Warren demand. It's got Uncle Warren demand. That's why I wanted to get situated in this freaking thing. 58 was a great spot, for this undercut rally. I never took it, and I'm regretting every second of it, but, what can I do? It's gone, and I can't buy it at 58 anymore, and, and here's the thing. Even if it came down to 58, I don't know that I would be an interested buyer again. Right? Because I was an interested buyer down there the first time, but the more something retests that level, the weaker that level becomes. So, conditions might not be the same. Just something to think about. Let's go, Sark. Burn to hell. Oh, what was Oxy undercutting? It's intraday low. Oh, really? These gold names, huh? Gold's acting good, huh? Yeah, wow. Oh, shit. How's GFI looking? Yeah, good for you, GFI. Yeah, Oxy was, I'll show you exactly where. And then I'll show you smaller time frame. And I'll show you how I would have gotten into there. I just didn't pull the trigger, dude. Sometimes I puss out. Literally. And this is why I look at the 3-minute, 10-minute, hourly, daily. I don't always use it, but... So it had put in its low, and then, it obviously had gapped up, so there was some real interest there. Market was pretty oversold. CL was coming down a ton, and I was just in the back of my mind sitting there thinking, like, okay... I don't think that Oxy's just going to continue to roll over from these highs. From 77 down to 50, it's a pretty big move down. I was kind of expecting somewhat of a bounce, and I still really like the energy sector as a potential leading sector into next year. So, you know, when you have your thesis, you got to then figure out safe kind of ways to get into something. Undercut rallies is a thing that I've learned, and so yeah, it put in its intraday low down here, and literally, if you just draw a line, intraday it broke down. You could draw a trend line. It essentially was bouncing right off and then consolidated for a few minutes right underneath. And then guess what happened? As it started to break back up into that range, look at the volume that came in. Okay, here was your confirmation that you could have gotten in. Right, look at that volume bar down there. And even if you had bought 58, 58.10, 58.20, right? And your stop was just 50 cents on a $57 name, great. I mean, who gives a shit? For real. Now all of a sudden, you're up $6 a share. You're up 10%. You're risking 50 cents to be up $6. You definitely don't have to be right often to make a fortune if you can keep a risk reward like that. Undercut rally setups are great, but again, your risk was your risk, And had you been a little bit more prepared, your risk would have been even smaller, like 30 cents. Yeah, MAXN. Yeah, one of the best solar setups. Yeah, it's one of the stronger ones, right? I think it's strong because it's got a heavy short interest, but don't quote me on that. Irrelevant anyway. Focus on the setup instead of the short interest. But yeah, there are some setups out here, man, that look nice. Ten years breaking down. How's TLT look? Would be nice if TLT could bounce. What's the other one? The dollar. UUP. Breaking down. It's good. Yeah, YPF looks cool. I mean, a little bit too big of a move up, and I personally like a little bit more symmetry in my charts. Still too big of a move up without a big enough base, right? The reason that I'm more interested in something like RYTM, look at that new base it's built. It's really just gone sideways for a month and a half. It hasn't died. Actually, it's gone sideways for 2 months. Like, the thing hasn't died. It's been 2 months of sideways. Versus something like YPF. I'd like to see it keep building out the right-hand side of this chart. 5, 6, 7, 8 more days. Something along that line, and give us a clean entry at that point above moving averages. YP like this, REGN just goes up and then just has gone sideways. Sideways is good. Sideways is king. VRTX, just essentially sideways. Sideways is king. Strong names don't die, they consolidate. Guys, I got nothing else to do here today. It's kind of a blessing. Just gonna go ahead and hang out in what I own. So today might have been a quick one. I'll hang out for a few minutes, see if something else shapes up, but odds are I think I've kind of done my job today. Nothing else I'd really like to buy. Nah. You know what it is, man? About day trading? Is it's just, this is the only other name I really want to own. Damn. Son of a biscuit. I like the fundamentals a lot of double verify. I really do. But it's been, shook me out on Friday. But everything was a pretty damn small size on Friday. I was taking like fifth size positions. I think I lost like $1,000 on DV on Friday. Literally nothing. Well, now that I just scooped another little piece of DV, I own a CCJ with a 26 average, basically. I own LLY with a 311.78 down here. I own IRDM with a 25.30s. I own SARC with a 22.62.50s. I own REGN. I just bought at 716. VRTX I bought at 294, and DV I just took a little piece of. But yeah, it seems like VRTX might be a really nice winner too. I mean, it was a perfect chart going into today. It was absolutely perfect. There's not much more I could ever ask for. 10, 20, 50, incredibly tight, in the right sector, one of the leading names. Fairly tight day yesterday, clear little neckline over 294. As soon as that alert hit, I got long. I didn't question it at all. It's in the right sector, it's a leading name. That's all I gotta know. As soon as I know that sector's been getting love and it's been pretty clear and obvious, then we're not hesitating. But yeah, recap: CCJ, LOI, IRDM, SARK, REGN, VRTX, and DV. And our SARK is really like a hedge. And I'm losing a little bit of money on it right now, but honestly, that's not a bad thing, because that just means that my positions will tend to do better. If SARK really breaks down ugly, that's the best thing that can happen for the names I'm in. And it'd be the best thing that could happen going forward for the names that I'd like to open up later. So I don't want to see SARK going higher. But if SARK's going higher, that means some of my positions are probably pulling back, which means my equity curve might be staying fairly flat. I'll probably end up losing a little bit of money, but nothing substantial. And that's all that I care about.
Miller. TGLO.
When you're wrong, be wrong very little. And when you're right, be right a lot. Be right for a lot. That's our only job. But everything looks cool. Oversold rally, maybe. I have no idea. No guesses, but oh my goodness. Holy shit. REGN. Now we talking. And VRTX. My God. Woo. Two nice scoops.
FDCT. FDCT.
Interesting. All right, guys. I don't really see shit else for me to do, guys. This is a great feeling. Usually I can SM. These energy names are perking right back too. But yeah, I don't really see a ton for me to do. Suave looks good. Val looks good. You know, a bunch of these names are just starting to set themselves back up. RVNC, another therapeutics name. Just doing a quick little scan and seeing what else is holding up here. This verb's holding up pretty well too. See what it looks like later. This TCOM too. We'll see. Yeah, DVN. Nice. Yep. Yeah, I had to stop myself out. The low at day got hit, unfortunately. When I bought it, so I got taken out right at the end of the day. Couldn't hold it. Had it, closed a little bit higher, I'd still be in it, but that's the nature of the beast. The one that didn't stop me out was this one, except it stopped me out today. And this is exactly why I don't sit here and hold and pray. It did close pretty well, and my stop was a 168. And then it took a nice little tumble, and I was already gone. Yeah, we ain't holding and praying. Once your stops hit, you gotta respect it, man. It's the most important thing about trading. We ain't letting a small loss turn into a big one over stubbornness. I'd rather just buy it back like I did DV, right? I bought DV up here, right over the previous day's high, basically, in this candle, and then and then took my stop out at the end of the day. You know, I'd rather just do that than live on hopium. You know, but really it looks okay, and if the market bounces, this thing looks just fine. Plus, I know its fundamentals are solid, so that's exactly why I want to be in it. REGN acting super nice. But yeah, you know, there's usually a reason for why I want to get in the names that I want to get in, but it's usually fundamental related or its sector. It's about the only two reasons I ever want to buy something. It's got great fundamentals and in the right sector, and obviously a nice technical chart. Like fundamentals, I don't give too much about. Like, don't care too much about if it's in a downtrend. You know, a lot of companies have solid fundamentals in a downtrend. So they need to have solid fundamentals, but in an uptrend. This court's starting to look really good too. This court therapeutics starting to look really good. Basically textbook. Now I just like to see it set up some kind of a clean little supply area, and I don't really see one just yet. I don't really see one. You know, maybe we'll figure out what it's looking like above this area. But nothing super clean. Nothing I would rush to own.
WTTT. Acorn.
Well, if there's a gold name that's looking best, it'd be this one. Huh? AGI just literally came across my scan. It's choppy as fuck though. It's a pass. Dino. Have a good one, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm almost on your boat. I don't see a ton to do anymore. Just manage what we have. Really. Still can't get aggressive out here. Market's in a, you know, it's got to prove to me what it wants to do. Posh is acting well. Really well. This blue doesn't look too bad either. EDU. Macro. Acting well. AMLX, wow, another pharmaceutical name. Man, these things. Just hanging out. CCRN. Wow. Maybe an inside day tomorrow would be sweet.
FRGT. WDDD. PBLA.
All right, guys, that's it for me. You guys have a great day. We will see you guys tomorrow. Don't do anything crazy out there. Market's still got to prove to you that it's, in an uptrend, and it's not, if this is a beginning of a new bull market, it will last more than 2 hours. So you'll have plenty of time to get yourself situated in names. You'll have plenty of time to, get aggressive, and then getting leveraged up, getting your whole portfolio to work. There will be plenty of time for that if this is the beginning of a new bull market, and I don't think that it is. So at least, the market has to prove it to me. I don't know that it is. Everything else has been real shit, and every little bounce like this has been stuffed and sold off. So until the market officially shows us and we get a nice follow through day and a bunch of nice setups start to take off, then I'll change my tune. But in the meantime, there's just absolutely no reason for any of us to get aggressive. Feel free to take starters. Feel free to take small positions. I like to see that gold's going up. I like to see that dollar's going down. I like to see the treasuries going, back up. I mean, not really up, but gold's acting better. Historically, gold bottoms before the market. So, again, I don't know, right? These are just little things, little nuggets that I've got in my brain, and we'll see how things pan out. But absolutely no rush to put tons of money to work. Really, everything should be third size, or something like that. And feel free to add down the road into things that are working for you. But right now, there's nothing to do. And we'll see how things shake up the rest of this week, and hopefully, more setups will begin to develop. Things like FSLR and EMPH and CELH. Like, I don't really want to see EMPH die. I really don't want to see CELH die anymore. But it's starting to look like a bear flag. So I'd like to see LNG set up. I'd like to see Oxy set up. I'd like to see, PCTY set up a bit better. So there's plenty of names, CORT, there's plenty of names out there that just need a little bit more time. And, if we miss the entry, we miss the entry. But if the market's healthy, we'll have plenty of opportunities to get into so many of these names. Plenty of opportunities. But in the meantime, we just got to preserve that mental capital, as they say. So, because if we're just going to sit here and get stopped out every single day and every single trade because we're trying to take trades in a shit market, by the time the market finally does turn, you're just going to be mentally exhausted from having been stopped out of everything else. Believe that that's true too. You have to preserve your actual capital the same way you do your mental capital. If you just take trades in this environment, by the time the market actually turns, you're so tired of getting your ass whooped, you're almost gun shy, and there's no need to be that. If there's a good setup, you have to take it. But it's tough to take it when you've just gotten your ass whooped. KRTX too. This thing is, talk about impressive. Big move. Held the gap up low, essentially finding support on the rising 50. If this gives us a clean pivot, this could be another nice one too. See what happens when it gets over this day. We'll see. Put this on watch. Yeah, yeah, exactly. If you're gonna get stopped out of a bunch, there's just the market has to prove to you it wants to go higher. There's no sense in just taking positions just to get your ass kicked every single time. Yeah. Thanks, babe. God, the only one that I'm regretting pretty hard is not having bought this Oxy on this undercut rally setup. I literally would have been in at the effing bottom. $58 basically. Ooh wee. But when you suck, you suck. It's too bad. Yeah, I don't really see a ton else. Surprised Netflix didn't bounce today. Well, it's not dead, right? It's not dead. It's basically holding the 20 on the daily. It's still in this big consolidation. My interest on it is over 250, basically. I got a couple alerts set, right? 246 or 247, and then 250 on the daily. You know, and we'll see what it starts to do when it gets up there. But in the meantime, you know, I'm not too concerned about it. It's got tons of overhead. Eventually this name probably goes back higher, not close to 700, but it probably ends up near the 400s again in its future. But it's not the name I want to be focused on. It's not a biotech unless they got some new technology I'm unaware about. Unless they got some new investments I'm not privy to. They're not a biotech name. So, owning Netflix is not a concern right now. Not when shit looks like NBIX and, shit looks like KRTX or, CPRX, CORT, VRTX, REGN. Like, our eyes tell us everything we need to know, and that's money's going into pharmaceuticals. So, Netflix can do whatever it wants, and when it sets up properly, or it sets up and then triggers your alert, your area of interest, then we could look at it, make a decision at that point. But for now, it's just still an ultimate piece of shit. Until it's really ready to go. Yeah, this move from REGN today is just bananas. Not a seller in this name. REG, I'll take it. I'll take lucky over good any day. That's how I felt in Lily. I'll take luck any time of the year. But that's it, guys. I'm done. There is not anything else for me to do. Looking to buy anything at 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the morning for a swing is not my style. So it's either usually the first 90 minutes or, the last 60 minutes. So we'll see most of you guys tomorrow, and be safe out there. Don't do anything crazy. Have a good one.